evening and welcome back, folks, to the Wukesong Arena here in Beijing, China. It is the final of the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019, and it is between Argentina and Spain. Here is how they got here from the quarterfinal zone. You see Argentina and Spain right there battling for the Naismith Trophy. And they've had some classic duels in the past, notably in the 2006 semifinals, one that came down to the very last shot for Argentina, which they did not make. Three-point attempt, and actually still players involved from that game. Marc Gasol was just breaking into the Spain team at that time. He's one of the leaders in the Spain team now, a veteran, obviously an NBA champion. And also Luis Scola was playing for Argentina. He was a big-time player then, just like he remains now, even at the ripe old age of 39 years of age. So I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Josh Davis. You know, years in the build-up, Josh, and you know, who would we have predicted would have been here? I mean, it just would have been anybody's guess. I'm not sure how many people predicted a final between Spain and Argentina.
It's crazy to think that, you know, the road that started back in November 2017 with the first window, the World Cup qualifiers, will now end here tonight with this great matchup of these two international powerhouses. You talked about the surprise factor. No USA, no Serbia, no Lithuania, no France, no Australia in this final. It's Spain, it's Argentina, but it's two of the three winningest programs of this century at the International World Cup level, so I'm not that surprised.
No, and clearly these teams, especially Spain, have tons of players that have played in the big games for their country. Argentina, with the talisman, Luis Scola, and also the exciting point guard, Facundo Campazzo, have really lit this tournament up. And really, you know, I think that they've really captured the imagination with even their coach, Javier Hernandez, saying this team is the best Argentina team that I've coached, you know, in terms of all the factors. Great defense and meeting the challenge. They were the team that ended the tournament or the title challenge of Serbia. That was their real marquee win, but they won some other big games along the way. Spain, well, you know, I think when people ask me, I say my heart says Argentina, my head says Spain. I mean, I think Spain, with all that experience, have the advantage. But you know what? They got to play the 40 minutes.
Yeah, and I expect an all-out performance here from both sides. You know, these are two of not only the best offenses, but the best defenses we've seen in the World Cup. And it is that fact that they are so familiar with each other. Obviously, 8 of these Argentinian players play in Spain at the club level. There's no escaping the Spanish factor.
Well, the fans are ready. The players are ready. And we're ready. And now we're going to have a pause in the commentary as we get ready for the playing of the national anthems for both Spain and Argentina.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthems. First, the national anthem of Spain.
女士们、先生们，请全体起立，奏西班牙国歌。
And now, the national anthem of Argentina.
奏阿根廷国歌。
That's the Naismith Trophy. These are the fans that quite possibly are still pinching themselves, but they've made it this far. And Sergio Hernandez and Sergio Scariolo, friends, but adversaries as well, in the biggest game of the world. There's the Naismith Trophy. And some very important figures that we're going to see as the players exchange pleasantries. The referees for tonight's game will be Cristiano Naranjo from Brazil. He's the crew chief. Johan Grosso on the left there from France. And Steven Anderson from the USA on the right.
Brazilian referee leading the way.
And also Brazil legend, probably within touching distance of us, Oscar Schmidt, the legend. So we're going to take a look at the starting fives for both of these teams. I hope you appreciate the production, folks. We've been very happy with it. Look at this.
Well, we're about to augment your reality. First of all, you see Rudy Fernandez leads the way on the wing, but Ricky Rubio, the floor general as always. Marc Gasol patrolling the paint. Pierre Oriola and Juancho Hernan Gomez, the other forwards. Coming off the bench, Sergio Yul, the player to look out for Coach Scariolo.
And really, I should have said earlier, Rudy Fernandez also in that 2006 World Cup winning team for Spain that was coached by Pepe Hernandez.
And it could be a phenomenal summer for Marc Gasol, capping off a NBA championship with the Toronto Raptors with a potential Naismith Trophy here at the World Cup. 14 points, over 5 rebounds, almost 4 assists. And it's just his mere presence. I mean, he hit so many clutch shots in the semifinal against Australia. In the second half, after a very quiet first half, hit the go-ahead free throws at one point. Big threes, was unbelievable. Argentina have their fair share of unbelievable players as well. You'll get to meet them right now. Their point guard, Facundo Campazzo, has been electrifying throughout. Luis Scola, a force inside, but also able to take smaller players in the post and then bigger players on the perimeter. Brusino in the starting lineup, Marcos Delia inside, and Garino, a bit of a do-it-all type of player, shoots the ball well, defends well. Off the bench, keep your eyes open for Gabriel Deck. He has been phenomenal these last couple of games when it's mattered most for Coach Sergio Hernandez. And Luis Scola, what more can we say about the Shanghai Shark player? He's right at home here in China, almost 20 points per game, 8 rebounds, and especially these last 2 performances, 20 and 10 in each against first Serbia and then France. 28 points, 13 rebounds in the semifinal. I couldn't really believe it. No one can actually explain what they're seeing right now from the legend, living legend, Luis Scola.
Well, Sergio Scariolo has kind of become a legend in his own right. You know, it was his incorporation to Spain after that 2008 Olympic campaign. He took the helm in 2009 and led him to the Eurobasket title. And with the exception of 2 brief years, 2013, 2014, when he moved away from the national team, he came back and has done a great job. So Sergio Hernandez for Argentina, there he is. First coached him in 2005, and of course he was at the helm in 2006 when they lost to Spain in the semifinals. And it's a game that he still is asked about because they were so close to going to the final. And of course we know what happened then. Spain did. They survived that game, and the next day they just rolled over the Greece team that had beaten the United States in the semifinals.
the battle of the Sergio coaches.
Yeah, you might want to get the trophy out of the way. Well, here we go, folks. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 final, and it is between Spain and Argentina. Spain, the red, attacking the basket to the right, winning the opening tip. Here, Oriola, I guess, the surprise starter. Keep an eye on him. He's a talent. Ricky Rubio drifts close, and you say, you're going to give it to me? He takes it, but misses, and D'Elia with the rebound.
Well, look at this matchup right now. Rubio and Campasso. And Scola Gasol, another one to look out for.
Rudy Fernandez still making huge plays for Spain on both ends of the court. There he is on the baseline. Juancho Hernangomez with the rebound. Shot clock winding down. Oriola, good! That was a two. How about that?
Well, Oriola gets the scoring underway here. We anticipate the defensive intensity to be at an all-time high. Nothing will be easy tonight. There's another rebound for Gasol. Of course, Campasso matching up with some of his Real Madrid teammates.
Rubio left open. And Ricky Rubio drills it.
Again, we've talked about this throughout the tournament, his improved scoring and also his willingness to take those shots.
And Garino has it knocked out of his hands by Oriola. Gasol for three! And it's a 7-0 lead for Spain.
Dream start right now for Spain. Argentina, they're usually the first ones to throw the first punch, essentially. And Spain comes out swinging here.
Well, perhaps we underestimate the defense that Spain plays. Brasino with a little runner.
That's a good sign for him. He's been somewhat struggling these last couple of games. Now, you mentioned Spain's defense. They come in second best in the tournament, allowing just 69 points per game. Obviously, Argentina third best defensively, so not too far behind, but it is not easy to score against the Spaniards.
And feeling the contact, Rubio puts it up. The push calls. Watch Campasso. And well, that was Gasol's three. And Rubio sinks the first.
Rubio actually the leading scorer for the Spanish team at 16 points per game. And he's still giving you the 6+ assists as well. So really taking on that mantle as a go-to player.
Campasso. And he was short. Doesn't look quite as comfortable tonight here in the first couple minutes. Here's Rudy Fernandez. And that was an air ball and fell right into the hands of Juancho Hernangomez, and he puts it up and is fouled as well, so he'll go to the line.
Hernangomez, one of those X factors for Spain at any given moment, could light it up. And it's an early timeout for Argentina as nothing going right so far, especially on this side of the floor. We'll have a chance to listen to Coach Hernandez's first huddle.
Somos tres equipos totalmente diferentes. Todos los tiros de ellos solos. 2 rebotes de Hernangomez ofensivo. Este con castigo. Sube la pelota Garino. ¿Qué nos pasó, muchachos? ¿Qué nos pasó? Si no pueden, acá hay 7 más, muchachos, 7 más.
Take a look at the early highlights for Spain.
Yeah, you see Oriola, his right foot was on the line. Gasol's was not. He was well behind the line.
Well, 4 of the 5 starters already putting up points here. So take a look at Gasol's stat line coming in. Mr. Consistency.
So Hernan Gomez plays in the NBA, trying to help his country win the Naismith Trophy. Gets the three-point play and takes their lead up to 10, its biggest of the game.
Argentina hasn't been in this situation too much this tournament. They've pretty much been ahead the entire time against every team.
Oh, quick pass, and Hernan Gomez knew it was coming. Rubio into the paint, Oriola. And that'll be Argentina possession after a foul on Rubio.
Box out there by Campasso. Rubio with the push in the back. You mentioned the other night, his technical foul kind of got Spain going.
Got him going, definitely. Good hands. You know, that passing game from Argentina has been so precise, so concise. But tonight has been disrupted.
Well, Spain has a lot of length on the floor. Even Hernan Gomez, 6'9", 2'5".
Campazzo puts up a 3.
We talked about his magic. Hasn't quite found it just yet here in the first quarter.
Spain had to go to 2 overtimes to beat Australia. Now Oriola has it. And they are piling on the pressure.
How about that pass from Gasol? Campasso pushes the tempo.
And Scola gets it down low. And a lot of size down there for Spain.
All those shots were falling for Argentina in the last couple of games. Just running out.
That last final in 2006 that Spain played in, they rolled out to a big early lead against Greece and never turned back. And at first they thought it was going to be a foul, but the referee says the ball was hit out of bounds and not a foul on Garino.
It's a good foul. I mean, good block by Garino, but I think they're arguing that Gasol touched it after.
Well, he did get him on the arm, in fact. He's probably lucky to get away without the, you see right there.
Yeah. It's called evening it out.
Good, strong rebound from Scola. They need him to play as big as possible tonight. Brasino, that's good. The three-pointer. Well, he's got some NBA experience with Dallas. And Manu Ginobili looking on, along with a host of other big names of the past. I'm sure we'll be catching a glimpse of some of the others as well. Gasol takes it down low, and another stop. Now Campazzo.
If you haven't had a chance to watch Argentina play, do not expect them to ever stop playing hard. They are relentless.
Brasino again. He's been quiet the last few games, and this is the perfect time for him. They need somebody to step up.
Well, legends are made in the biggest moments, and Brasino, who only is averaging 4.6 points per game, already with 8, all 8 here for Argentina.
Those are huge shots from Brasino. Now here is the foul that was just called on Garino. And Rudy Fernandez takes a break, and Sergio Llull comes in, or Yui, as some are apt to call him. Here is Rubio driving in, battling for the ball. It's Gasol who goes up and can't get it to go. D'Elia can't get it back. Boy, Gasol looks like a giant in there. Here he is taking the three, rims out, and Campazzo comes up with the basketball. Now Garino, and a charge called on Garino.
Garino has to be careful here. The referee's very patient. That's his second foul as well. It did look like Llull was moving, although it was a good job of just taking the contact. There you can see in the background some of the faces.
Well, I mean, I think we both saw that Garino on a previous trip probably got away with a foul on Marc Gasol, so these things have a way of evening out. Llull, great defense from Campazzo, and now he's got a chance to go in. Llull gets back and tries to stop his Real Madrid teammate, but he does not. And look at this, Argentina have battled back.
Well, check out the fake behind the back pass that froze Llull. And Campazzo so electrifying in the open court.
Look at those Argentina fans behind their bench. They are roaring. Now Rubio gets inside. He misses. Now Brasino quickly up to Garino. And he gets blocked by Juancho Hernangomez.
Hey, once again, Juancho making plays defensively. You gotta love the hustle. But Argentina starting to find the rhythm in transition. The perfect chase down.
That's the right play, but if you know Hernangomez is there, you got to go up strong with two hands, or you got to try to go for a reverse layup or something.
Or pump fake, stop, I don't know, but Juancho says Juan no.
So, Spain called timeout. Let's listen to Coach Scariolo.
No vamos al pase demasiado pronto, y si os encontráis aquí, salir en bote y seguimos jugando, ¿vale? ¿Ok? Segundo, cuando atacamos la segunda vez, fuerte a la canasta, hemos encontrado tiros desde las esquinas. Y ahí es donde estamos libres, cuando estamos aquí, ¿vale? Vamos, chicos, venga, venga, vamos, vamos, vamos. Karen, bonus, hay que matar eso, vamos. Jugamos, jugar vueltas, la siguiente. A la mano aquí, Ricky, Marc, Piero, Víctor y Sergi, Hanner, o tienes a coger el otro, ¿vale?
But you feel like Spain were in total command, but then the Brasino factor came to the fore. Nicholas Brasino hit not just one, but 2 3-pointers, and really kind of triggered a response. Brasino had been quiet in the preceding games, so those are huge shots. Of course, he plays basketball Spain, spent last year with Tenerife.
Oh my goodness.
Nutmegs, Gasol, Scola from the right. Well, that would have been, God, that still might be on the highlight reel.
Just how quickly he's able to make those decisions, though. Has so much fun out there.
I'm not even sure that Gasol knows that's what's happened. Here is Rubio. Oh, that was a little bit hard. Gabriel Deck, meanwhile, is checked into the game. Number 14 gives Argentina perhaps a little bit more beef on the boards. Good read by Rubio. Well, they leave Campazzo open. Llull in the open floor, 3-on-3. Takes it all the way. Battling for the ball. Rubio hands it off to Llull.
Yeah, Rubio was a bit shaken up on that last play. Spain fortunate to have Sergio Llull on the floor as well as another ball handler.
Well, his pass a little too high. Now 3-on-1 break, 3-on-2 as Spain gets back, and Deck hangs in the air and he scores. Gabriel Deck.
Hey, we've seen Scola push the fast break and finish on his own. This time unselfishly pass here to Deck, who finishes before hitting the deck.
Well, Gabriel Deck brings some fresh impetus. Now Sergio Hernandez feeling clearly much better about things. It didn't look good at the start for Argentina, but those Brasino shots have really made a difference. Nicola Laprovitola has checked in, and Deck completes the three-point play.
Yeah, Deck is so important to this team. I mean, he's the third leading scorer, even though he comes off the bench, plays starters minutes.
Delia back in the game as well. Willie Hernan Gomez. And now Pau Ribas hits it from the three. He's just entered the contest, along with Willie Hernan Gomez Goya, number 14.
Well, you imagine the bench is going to be so significant here tonight, considering all the emotion and the energy that starters will exert.
Delia trapped down low, turns it over. Good defense. Victor Claver, yet another substitution for Spain has come in. Here he is. And Brusino called for the foul.
Yeah, not a smart foul that far away from the basket. And you're putting a good shooter, Ribas, on the free throw line.
Well, Ribas, it was before FIBA Eurobasket 2017, getting ready with Spain, that he suffered a serious knee injury and had to go through the whole rehab process, but he's come back strong, and here he is. Lucas Vildoza, meanwhile, if you don't know him, well, you better know him, because you will know him. He's a player.
Yeah, Vildoza, one of those guys who can really break the game open, similar to how Brusino just did. Vildoza has the capability of knocking down back-to-back threes.
Pau Ribas sinks both, and now the lead goes back to 6 points. Laprovitola. And that pass, a difficult one to catch for Scola, who's not had it his way at all. And Hernan Gomez Goya goes in for the dunk.
Well, Willie's been quiet the last couple of games as well, but he still provides a lot of size, rebounding, and his ability to run the floor and finish on display. Of course, Hernan Gomez from the Charlotte Hornets.
Deck fouled by Ribas, sensing the mismatch size-wise. Real Madrid on Barcelona. Look at this.
Gets the steal on one end. And watch the way he runs the floor straight down the middle, coming into your TV screens. Nobody stopping in transition. Sky high.
Cuts the deficit back to 7 for Argentina. Oh, it's a little harsh, a little hard off the back of the iron. Yule taking on Laprovitola, drives in and scores with the left hand.
Laprovitola trying to put the ball pressure the entire possession and just couldn't sustain it. Yule so good with the dribble.
And good block. I think it was Hernan Gomez.
Indeed.
And Spain now with a chance to extend their lead again with the last shot here in the first quarter. And you know what Yule's like when he's got that opportunity. He usually converts. Here he is, a three. And Laprovitola takes the ball, hurls it up the floor. Well, Argentina recovered, but then Spain kind of reasserted themselves. Their quality depth really evident here in the first quarter, and they lead it 23-14 over Argentina.
Well, we talked about the defense, and both teams right now shooting below 40%. Nothing coming easy offensively, though Spain did manage 23 points. Despite that, they get the 8 extra field goal attempts. You see them already dominating the rebounding. The advantage, 6 offensive rebounds in this first quarter for Spain. They also had 7 different guys score in that first quarter. So like you said, the depth on display getting contributions from everyone, starting there with Oriola. But I'm curious to see if this Argentina defense that we saw basically just shut down France. They didn't even let France initiate their plays, any offense. You know, Rudy Gobert talked about that in the press conference, that they just couldn't really do anything offensively, no freedom of movement. And although Argentina did get a couple steals, you know, they got to slow down this Spanish assault.
Well, there's a lot more familiarity with Spain and Argentina, and you know, so for Spain, clearly, you know, they've played with these guys. They've played with them. They've played against them. You know, you have a lot of Spanish league players, guys that have competed against each other in Spain and the NBA on the international stage. So I'm not sure they're going to catch anybody by surprise today.
Yeah, I believe it's 8 players for Argentina that play in Spain, and that's not counting Luis Scola.
Oh, and by the way, as I look at Son of Dreams run across the court, you know what I was thinking? How about the FIBA Basketball World Cup app? If you don't have it, get it. And keeps you up to date with everything at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. All the news, the features, the videos, you name it, it's got it. So Argentina starting with possession, and La Provitola
probably could have hit Scola on the roll.
And good job, La Provitola, but Steve Anderson right there says he stepped out of bounds. Attacking. Good job, Deck. So far, Spain have neutralized the impact of Scola. And here is a hold on Rivas. It's foul number 2 on him.
See the foul there. Argentina, again, still trying to establish that rhythm. You know, this is their 14th World Cup. And that was their second lowest opening first quarter scoring ever.
Another pass to Scola, and charge called on Scola.
See Scola arguing his case. Well, he lowered the shoulder, and Rivas, great job moving his feet defensively. Takes the contact right in the chest. That is good defense. Could have been a no call as well.
Scola coming up. Trying to knock the ball away. Rivas short. And extra effort from Rudy. Knocks it away from Vildoza.
Yet another offensive rebound. I believe that's 7. Good defense from Vildoza.
And good hands. Rudy has to launch it. He does get it off in time, and it hits off the rim. Claver now with the rebound. Rivas.
Well, the pressure defense that we've seen from Argentina throughout the tournament.
We get our first little niggling episode here with Scola and Rivas.
See La Provitola right there. Left hand reaches in, knocks Rivas down.
Fernandez.
Oh, yes.
Well, you get 2 or 3 chances, you're gonna get a basket.
The footwork to get that shot off though by Rudy.
Deck. 1 and out for Argentina, who trail again by 12 points, their largest deficit of the game. Fernandez gets it.
Oh, what a move.
How about that?
That's straight out of Marc Gasol, Pau Gasol, work shot. Hernan Gomez coming alive here in the final, finally.
Well, it's been a good night so far for the Charlotte Hornets. Nick Batum and now Hernan Gomez. Look at this.
That's Hakeem Olajuwon-esque.
So Scola comes out, Vildoza comes out. As we look at the all the smiles on the faces of the Spaniards who have doubled Argentina up, 28-14.
Well, if this last third-place game taught us anything, is no lead is insurmountable. Australia with a 15-point lead in that one, and La Privotola can't knock down the three.
Fernandez again, got it! And Spain off and running, up 17 points. And we're seeing Rudy Fernandez now in all his glory. And what a finish from La Provitola.
Wow, the finger roll. Nice move there.
Rubio, good hands by Campasso. Brusino crosses midcourt, gets it to Campasso.
Have the mismatch. Get another switch.
Deck is going to try to take Fernandez over to La Provitola. Delia with the rebound, back outside to Campasso. La Provitola, that's another one.
Oh, confidence there from Nicola La Provitola. Missed the first one, got a second chance. Campasso feeding him on the wing.
Rudy hands it off to Willie. Hernan Gomez and back to Rubio. And that's on Brusino. That is number 3. So 3 fouls on Brusino. And Hayurup is going to come in. Look at that. Kobe Bryant on the left, Tony Park on the right. It's a pretty good group of players watching the game here courtside tonight that would, I'm guessing they could still get it done if they went out there. Yeah. Speaking of Hornets, Tony Parker.
Yeah, you see Tony Parker, Kobe Bryant drafted obviously by the Hornets. Keep it going.
There you go.
Also, I think Chris Bosh down there. Derrick Rose as well. Of course, Manu Ginobili. That's not a bad 5.
And driving in the charge called on Ricky Rubio.
Yep, used the elbow to clear out the space. Take a look here. Strong move, though, by Rubio. Thought he had the and one. It's waved off, and he gets called for the foul. So that's 2 on Rubio. He'll come out. But Spain brings Sergio Llull right back in.
Well, you really got to salute Spain's defense right now. I mean, they have really shut Argentina. They've made life very difficult for them, shall we say.
That's 33% shooting for Argentina.
La Provitola, it's good. Boy, he is single-handedly bringing it back.
He's got the last 7 points for Argentina. So Brusino and La Privotola providing the scoring punch with Campasso and Scola struggling.
Llull uses the glass. Quick pass to Delia. He couldn't control it.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for that one.
And Gomez thought about launching it. Now here he is down low, and he's fouled by Hayurup.
Hayurup, the youngest player in this final, 21 years of age. You see him just swiping down on Willie Hernan Gomez.
Interesting how certain players are better for certain games. I mean, Willie Hernangomez, we didn't really see too much of him in the semifinal. And here he is making two.
That's despite the fact that it was a double overtime game, but it seemed like Marc Gasol just was refusing to come out of that one.
I don't think they could afford to take him out the way he was playing. And La Provitola, great moves, but the finish not there. And Gomez gets it over to Yule. Yule seems to be playing back to his best. He didn't have a great start to the tournament, but more and more influential. Zigging and zagging. Claver now. And Gomez. And now Claver is fouled. No, it's going to be Argentina basketball. So Scola back.
Still scoreless. Does have 3 rebounds, but by this point, the other night already had a double-double, it seemed.
Campazzo, they left him open. Here he is. D'Elia rolling to the basket. Now Hernandez wanting some full court pressure. And it looks like the team forgot to do it. Provitola chasing Ribas. And Ribas, well, thought he was going to pass it. Oh, and that's an unsportsmanlike on Ribas, and it's number 3. And he didn't want to foul him. He just kind of very cleverly, Campazzo kind of slowed up and got tripped up.
Oh, this could be a huge moment in the game here. Campazzo, a little bit winded, but you see there, gets the steal, gets up ahead, and then gets tripped up by Ribas.
So it's 2 shots and possession.
Yeah, it's an easy call for the referees. We almost had a clear path to the hoop.
Huge opportunity for Argentina, who were really struggling. And they also get Ribas out of the game with 3 fouls. Campazzo back to a 10-point deficit. Oh, what a joy it is to be sitting here in Beijing and watching the final of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Here's Campazzo. Provitola puts up another 3. That's short. And D'Elia complaining that he was held by Gasol.
Gasol got a nice long rest.
Fernandez for 3. That's off to the left again. Great pass by Gasol. Did you see that?
All the nice
now up ahead to the break and Deck for 2 hands. Throws it down.
Well, 4-point swing. Gasol almost having the highlight pass. Instead, it's Campazzo who gets the assist up to Deck.
And the Argentinians are singing again. Rudy drives in, puts it up off the glass. We're seeing A-star Rudy tonight.
Definitely 8 points. Leading the way alongside Brusino.
Real Madrid teammates. Here's La Provitola, fouled by Yule. So free throws coming. Spain over the limit. And 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Boy, what a recovery.
See the vision there. Transition defense yet again for Spain. And Deck running the floor. His activity so crucial to Argentina. He's got 6 points. So how can they get Scola involved in this one?
Provitola has had some big games for all the clubs that he's played for in his career. Flamengo, for example. And he loves the big games.
Yeah, La Provitola, the second oldest player, 29 years of age for Argentina. That's 10 years younger than Scola.
Yule gets in the paint. Talia flies in.
Easy, easy, easy. Here we go. Here we go.
Deck. And pass to Talia, knocked away. Oriola saved it to Gasol.
It's the second time we've seen that exact turnover. Deck looking for Delia, forcing the issue.
The pass to Oriola. What a finish.
It's back up to 10.
Campazzo. And fouled by Rudy.
Well, the foul situation for Spain, something to monitor. Obviously, Ribas
his
with
first free throws coming.
That Oriola finish, but Ribas has 3. Rubio has 2 alongside Yule with 2. So both point guards for Spain have to be a little bit more careful defensively.
Rubio back in.
How about La Provitola already taken 10 shots in his first half? And with Campazzo and Scola combining 1 for 8, you understand why someone feels the need to step up, but they really need to force feed Scola and let him get going here. He needs to see the ball go down before the break.
Very colorful crowd here tonight, enjoying the title game of this World Cup. Pass by Fernandez out to Juancho. Hernan Gomez, who flies in and banks it in.
Hey, that's just fundamental Spanish basketball. Ball goes in, kicked back out, and nice little kiss off the glass.
Campazzo for 3, front back of the rim, stays out. Now the handoff to Rubio. Beautiful, beautiful give and go.
Yeah, Rubio lost Campazzo there. Strong cut, dive to the basket.
Deck takes the contact.
So they call that one on Juancho. See Deck gets around and that little left hand push in the back of Deck knocks him off balance. Gasol
Thought it was on him. Deck at the line.
Second consecutive miss for Deck from the strike.
And this is another one.
I think he's just tired at this point.
Yeah, it was a bit of a flat attempt here in the final minute. Spain back up by 12. They're just relentless. Quick pass over to Rudy. Oriola hands it back off to Rudy. Now Gasol for 3. Rudy Fernandez rebounds. And Scola collects it and gives it to Campazzo. New look pass intercepted by Juancho. Hernan Gomez.
And now the best decision there is the time, shot clock, and game clock were pretty much even. Now he gives Spain a chance for a final possession.
Love the camera angles. Keep it going, rail cam. And Rubio.
Third foul.
Wow. With 3 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, Campazzo is a phenomenal defender. Moves his feet so quickly. And that's a coach's, that's the fundamentals again. Just slide, slide, stay in front.
It's a big call because Pau Ribas has 3 fouls. Now Rubio has 3 fouls.
And Yule has 2.
That's why you can never have too many point guards. Timeout. Let's hear some palabras.
No voy a pedir un minuto al pedo para que apenas le dé la bola al árbitro, se la den acá y se hagan los mágicos para meter un tiro de cancha a cancha. Lo que vamos a buscar, ellos no van a venir a presionar. Si no vienen a presionar, o dejamos correr la bola, la levantamos, forzamos, pero siempre pensando en el tiro al lado contrario, no en mi tiro. 3 segundos, claro, porque van a ir todos ahí. Si vienen arriba, lo que hacemos es jugar esta formación corta, con los dos grandes, los dos perimetrales. Saca el otro perimetral, esto, la correcta.
There's Oscar Schmidt, all-time leading scorer in FIBA Basketball World Cup history. That is quite an accomplishment. And of course, he did that with Brazil. He's in the FIBA Basketball Hall of Fame. He's in the Naismith Hall of Fame. Now the final 3 seconds of the first half. Campazzo gets it to Deck, then he takes it right back, puts it up, and it was a good try. Every possession is priceless. Spain looking imperious tonight, folks, but Argentina's dealing with a shout, no doubt. It's Spain on top, 43-31 at halftime.
Well, have a look at the stats. Spain perfect from the free throw line. They also knocked down 4 3-pointers, but it's been their defense. It's been the key, limiting Argentina to just 36% from the field and forcing 9 turnovers. They've also dominated the glass, 26-15 rebounding advantage, including 10 offensive rebounds. So Spain putting their height advantage strictly to the test for Argentina. As you see the leading scorers, it's kind of surprised guys. You don't see Campazzo or Scola up there. Meanwhile, for Spain, Fernandez leading the way with 8 points. And Gasol, relatively quiet, 3 points, doesn't have 6 rebounds as we check out the highlights from that first half.
Well, Fernandez has been huge. I mean, it really is a case of, you know what, both of these teams understand what game they're playing. And Spain just seemed like they've turned it up to the highest level that they can go. So we haven't really seen as much in this tournament. They've come out ready to play today.
Yeah, it's kind of the unexpected, right? Argentina, you thought they were going to come in with very high intensity defensive pressure, you know, making everything extremely hard for Spain.
But it's been matched, if not surpassed, at least early by Spain.
Yeah, and Spain, again, that chemistry, you can't talk enough about it. Just how comfortable they are with each other. They know where the next one, the player's going to be pretty much all the time.
And the fact is, the bottom line is with Spain that most of these guys have played in these high-level games summer after summer after summer, and it is a habit.
Well, you could have added one more summer in there. It's the 4th World Cup for 4 different guys on that team. I mean, you know, Rubio was for a while the young kid, and now this is already his 3rd World Cup if you think about it. And that's not counting Olympic tournaments and Eurobaskets. Like you said, it's every summer consistency. You know, they did obviously finish 5th in the 2014 World Cup, losing in that quarterfinal to Spain. But aside from that, you know, they've had nothing but success.
I think I saw another foul they should have called on Ribas, grabbing the jersey. Whereas for Argentina, I mean, that's taking nothing away from them. You know, their guys play it at a high level too. They were in the America Cup final in 2017 and got up on the United States, led by, I think, 17, 18 points in that game, but weren't able to hold off the comeback from the USA. They've clearly moved on from that. They've won numerous FIBA America Cups, though. In Mar del Plata, they won that 2004 Olympic gold medal that Luis Scola was a part of. 2002, he played in that team. And the fact that they've all played, the majority of them have played against each other in Spain, or they play with each other. I mean, Deck and Campazzo are out there with, what, 3 of their Real Madrid teammates?
Yeah, exactly. And, you know,
and then they play against the guys from Barcelona as well.
But when you practice this much with these guys, like you said, you know the kind of plays that they're going to make. You know their tendencies. You know what spots on the floor they're trying to get to. And you can see with Campazzo, he's having a little bit of an issue dealing with that, especially with Sergio Llull. And then Ricky Rubio has taking advantage of it on both sides of the floor. Rubio, just 5 points, but defensively making it tough. Campazzo just 1 of 7 from the field.
So, you know, can they come back? Yes, Argentina, but this is a Spain team that is relentless, and you know, they are going to come out and try to turn up what is already a very high-intensity game to another level. Maybe what helps a little bit for Argentina is the fact that Rubio has 3 fouls, Ribas has 3 fouls, and Llull has a couple of fouls. Maybe if they could get those, you know, a couple more fouls on each of those guys, it might impact them, but they haven't been able to get Scola going, and I don't know if it's because of his, maybe he's a step slow tonight. I don't know. It feels like it.
Well, the defensive game plan for Spain is very clear. Do not let Luis Scola beat you. You know, they're not letting him catch the ball in his sweet spot on the block. He doesn't have the advantage of posting up a smaller player. If he does have a smaller player, that's sending a double team right away. And then the bigger guys, you know, they have a guy like Juancho, who can move his feet and stay in front of the perimeter. So Scola hasn't really been able to take advantage of any mismatches. He's only taken, I think, 3 shots in that first half. So he's pretty much been blanketed this far. And on the other end, it's just different guys for Spain on different possessions making plays, either off the dribble or off the catch and shoot.
Well, it really has been a game of guards, really. I mean, they were the ones that have provided most of the talking points in this contest. For Argentina, La Provitola has 9 points. Campazzo has been his usual impactful self with 6, as well as 3 steals. And Vildoza hasn't really had much of a chance to do much, but I think Hernandez felt like he needed to get his more experienced players in there because the game was moving at such a fast pace. And for Spain, Rudy Fernandez has been terrific with those 8 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Ribas was very active with the 5 points. And again, Sergio Llull, as well as Ricky Rubio, just causing all sorts of problems. And you add to that, for Spain especially, that unrivaled level of experience that they bring to the table. It's, you know, it all adds up really to a 12-point lead for them at halftime.
Yeah, you talk about the experience. I mean, since 2002, only the USA has more wins than Spain. Spain comes in with 34 wins, but then Argentina right behind them with 32. So, you know, you'd like to hope that Scola...
You're talking about in World Cups.
Yes, World Cups, exactly. So you'd like to think that in the locker room right now, you know, Luis Scola telling them, listen, I went scoreless. You know, yes, we haven't been down at the half in this World Cup yet, but if we want to get this title, it's going to taste so much sweeter if we're able to kind of fight back. And all you got to do is look at France in that last game. They only scored 21 points in the first half, and yet they came away with the bronze medal.
That's right. They came back and they beat Australia to deny the Boomers. Well, the last time Argentina were in this far in the tournament, it was 2002. They played in the final. Of course, Scola was in that game, and Manu Ginobili as well was in that Argentina team that played at the 2002 World Cup. They lost to Yugoslavia in overtime, and then 2 years later they won the Olympic gold medal. There's Ginobili, a shot of him watching this this game, and obviously all these fans are kind of in a state of delirium right now that Argentina are playing for a world title. I think the general impression back home was that Argentina did not have enough yet to make it this far. So anyway, we're at halftime and we'll be right back. 43-31, Spain on top of Argentina.
Here comes Bogdanovic on the baseline.
Oh, beautiful handoff for the two-handed jam.
Great ball movement by the Serbs.
Panitka goes baseline, and he's fouled. Hello.
Hey.
Are you watching NBA?
Hey.
Good D by Bogdanovic. Oh. He makes it back down low, and sure enough, Auda does get the layup.
Well, they just see the behind-the-back feed from Tomasz Satoransky.
Here's Sell, hands it off. Oh, they did sick, but he gets rejected.
Few of those guys knock down shots.
How about? Well.
Oh, nice pass.
Oh, and it's an alley-oop.
Jokic makes it look so easy.
Yeah, everything. He makes it look easy. I'm glad we're getting to see this Jokic.
My parents gave me away, so I had no purpose in this life. Yeah. When you educate a woman, you educate a nation. It's a quote from Nelson Mandela, by the way.
Well, as you see some of these great pictures of the emotions on the players, his faces, obviously it's a tense moment and environment. The final of the World Cup, and it's down to the last 20 minutes for Argentina and Spain. Spain probably doesn't want to take their foot off the gas. They had a great first half on both sides of the floor, and Argentina looking to regroup, see if they can climb back up here.
Of course, this is 11 years on from Spain playing in this very arena in the final of the Olympics against the United States, and that was one of the all-time classics. The USA actually winning that one in the end, pulling away just at the end, 118-107. But you know, some of these Spain players were in that game. Rudy Fernandez, Marc Gasol, so Ricky Rubio was in that team, and has again been a venue of incredible games at this World Cup. But there have been 8 cities all over China that have hosted games, and it's been a fantastic 32-team World Cup. First time ever the World Cup has been in China.
Well, it's funny you bring up that Olympic game. Just saw Chris Bosh backstage there, and obviously Kobe Bryant was at center court being awarded a honorary uniform, and those two have obviously the best of memories from the Wukeshang.
Well, Kobe Bryant, a World Cup global ambassador, along with Dirk Nowitzki and Yao Ming. So Yule with those 2 fouls, playing a solid game tonight, and yeah, Spain are going to want to come out and lower the boom if they can from the off. If Argentina don't come out strong, it's going to be over quickly.
Yeah, and again, if there's one team in this World Cup that I'd expect to come out with guns blazing, it's definitely Argentina. They have the quickness on the perimeter. They have the experience in Scola inside. You know, the key will be, can they get knocked down some outside shots? So far, just 3 of 13 from 3. And Campasso and La Privotola, just 1 of 8 combined. But also, if I'm Hernandez, I'm telling my guys, listen, we've gotten some fast break opportunities. You know, they're outscoring Spain 8-2 in transition. But it's the rebounding, you know, minus 11 on the boards for a team that's, you know, even though they're small, the average height just 6'5", 1.96 m, and they do give up a few centimeters and inches there to Spain. And when you have that intensity they play with, it usually doesn't really matter as much. As you see there, the stats from the 2 leading guys in that first half, Rusino and Fernandez, 8 points apiece.
Ellos usan esto o el pase atrás para Gasol 3 puntos. ¿Está claro? Vamos, vamos. Vamos a buscar el partido. 1-3.
So Ricky Rubio is going to start the second half here with his 3 fouls. Saw Rudy Fernandez attempting to become 2-time world champions. Rubio avoids Campasso. Spain start with possession here at the half, and Campasso reaches in, comes up with a steal.
That's his 4th steal, despite not scoring. So good.
Those started here, and now a quick foul called on Spain. 2 fouls now on Oriola.
Gavino, another one of those guys who just wasn't able to get it going. Need his shooting alongside Vildosa's.
Vildosa gets in the paint, takes the bump, very cleverly invites the contact, and goes to the line.
It's a great sight for him. 91% free throw shooter in this World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. The way he went up, Vildosa's head caught Rudy's mouth. And Vildosa makes the first. Only played 4 minutes in the first half. Interesting that he gets to start here, and that cuts it to a 10-point deficit.
Well, here comes the backcourt pressure from Argentina. They want to speed up the game.
Rubio probes. Argentina got a hand on that. Gasol goes to work on D'Elia. Turns and draws the foul. And what we saw against Australia was Gasol making free throw after free throw after free throw.
Yeah, he's so hard to stop down there, especially when he's able to establish that position. You know, he still has that kind of a wide body that's hard to get in front of. He's also so smart. And the commentators curse not on that one. Nearly.
Scola had to get something, Band-Aid or something. I don't know what it was. But anyway, he kept running back right when Gasol was in the motion of the free throw. And Gasol makes again. I don't think I've seen him miss a free throw the last couple of games.
He's at 76% for the tournament. A lot of those misses came in the earlier rounds.
Campasso gets blocked. And a great block is when you get possession, and Spain did. Rubio. Fernandez open, that's off to the left. And boy, Hernan Gomez was boxed out, but was able to, with his length, get his hands on the ball.
Marc Gasol, former Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA. Again, preventing Campasso to really get going. 1 of 8 now. Great pass.
Big pass to Oriola. Oh, too hard, but Rubio was there for the follow.
Marc Gasol, especially that high post where you can see pretty much everything on the floor. Makes a great decision. It leads to a Rubio putback.
Scola for three. Point advantage. Big ask for D'Elia. Taking on Gasol before the shot.
Take a look. The foul committed right there. Gasol doesn't put the ball back down. Switches to the left hand, but no basket.
Well, that's a very difficult assignment. Scola trying to force the turnover. Rubio goes off one leg.
Trying to draw the foul.
Interesting place to draw the foul that far away from the basket.
There's a force feed.
Scola takes it down low, and great rebound again by Gasol. Scola wanting to get some contact fouls. Here it is again, this time the pass to Juancho, and he's fouled by Garino.
Easy, Scola. Easy. Yeah, I know. Hey, that's it. That's enough.
Well, you see the referee giving the warning to Scola after the great execution for Spain. Cross screen to free up Juancho. And then Garino commits his third foul. So timeout on the floor.
Lucas se queda todo el campo solo presionando el balón. Los demás vienen a jugar acá 2-2, mitad de cancha, hasta que pase mitad de cancha. Incluso jugamos con finta de atrape acá sin llegar a hacerlo, salvo que lo vean fácil. Cuando esos llegan, Rudy Fernández, que lo tomás vos o lo toma él, está en personal. Los demás, box and one, Rudy Fernández.
So Argentina still not able to get going offensively. Just 2 points.
Spain perfect at the free throw line, always an important stat. 10 of 10.
Really?
Well, I didn't want to jinx it, but just stating the facts. And the 1 of 2 effort leaves them with a 15-point lead. Vildoza back to Scola. Now Campazzo.
Oh, Rubio took a shot from Scola.
D'Elia blocked by Gasol. Clear advantage for Spain, having Gasol going up against D'Elia. We're seeing it on both ends of the court. Here he is. And the bounce pass in the basket takes it up to a 17-point lead.
Well, they're running a clinic now. Going through Gasol pretty much on every possession. And Campazzo getting into it repeatedly with Rubio. A little extracurricular activity between those two. And it's actually taking Campazzo out of his game a little bit.
So this foul on Oriola is only the first? No, it's the third. Vildoza under pressure.
see Rubio happy to just take his time, bringing the ball to the floor. They leave.
Big pass
Juancho.
open. Juancho, Aaron, and Gomez. Spain are flying and threatening to deliver an early KO.
Well, that's inexcusable, just not knowing who you're guarding defensively. And they leave Juancho wide open as Delia misses again underneath.
Yeah, Delia just really finding it difficult to compete against this man right here, Gasol, who now comes down and misses the three. Carino.
They need something for the momentum.
Vildoza puts it up. Rubio, quick move, alertly puts up the shot, thinking he might get free throws. Delia is going to come out.
Well, watch here, two guys guarding Gasol, Carino and Delia. And that leaves Juancho wide open. No one even within 5 feet of him. Rubio, obviously, the right man to deliver the pass.
There's Bogdanovic watching the game. Well, could end up being on the All-Star 5 later. Wouldn't be surprised.
Mr. Automatic, one of the leading scorers of the tournament. Serbia finishing 5th. Oh, give and go.
Oh, they are putting on a clinic.
Once again, high post. Gasol knows what the play to make is almost every time, whether it's shoot, pass, dribble, screen. See it just give and go. Simple basketball, but it's also Spanish basketball.
Simple, traditional, basics. If you can master the basics, you've got pretty good advantage.
Es lo mismo. Lo mismo que comer contra él, comer con usted.
And he completes the three-point play. Rubio and Spain right now have a vice-like grip on proceedings.
And you know what's crazy? It's Rubio's the first player in double figures for Spain, yet they're already up 22. Just such balance.
Dick from the corner. The three is good.
Can that get this team going? Still plenty of time.
And now the turnover, Vildoza. And Rubio took some contact, goes down. Argentina swarming, they get it back. A lot of contact, not called. Campazzo hits the three. And Rubio, quite rightly, I think it's going to come up to the ref and just say, wasn't there a little bit of contact there that should have been called?
Well, what a 6-0 run for Argentina. Coming at the right time. 2 threes. And it's also Campazzo's first long-range jump shot, only his second made field goal.
Me parece bien que no desperdiciemos ocasiones de campo abierto, pero con cuidado, que la maneje quien la tiene que manejar. Vamos a dar nuestros pases y ahora tienen bonus y tenemos que aprovechar. Estático jugamos los 5 por un rato, ¿vale? En dinámico seguimos con transit, también transit pase, no solo bote, y en el bote también el pop y el mano a mano lo tenemos, ¿vale? Seguimos, chicos, no vamos.
Check out the first three-pointer from Deck in the corner. Then after the great hustle, deflection from Vildoza, they find Campazzo, and he knocks it down.
Campazzo tonight, 9 points. That was his first three. He also has 3 assists. And the only thing that this Argentina team to do is just create some havoc on defense and try to get some easy looks. And they've got to make shots. Vildoza. Fouls Yule, so Yule will go to the line. Chris Bosh amongst the spectators tonight. And Spain continue to pour in the points from the free throw line.
Just can't believe Escola is still scoreless.
Campasso.
Oh, big screen, Gaizzi.
Yep. Lays out on Yule, who takes the shot to the side of the head. Well, he got him with the shoulder. Well, I guess you got to take a few shots like that if you're going to win a world title.
Gaizzi and Gasol battling for inside position.
So now 2 shots for Marc Gasol. It's a problem that they simply are not going to have an answer to unless they double team. And even then, it might not be an answer. Oh, that's a rare sight. Gasol missing a free throw. At least he drilled them all against Australia. Takes his time and makes the second.
Curious to see who's going to guard Gasol now for Argentina. It's either going to have to be Scola or Deck. I imagine Spain will continue to feed their big man.
Bulldozer thinks about going in. Pau Ribas back into the game. Deck. His pass knocked away. Claver comes up with it. Claver turns, puts up a tough shot at the line, but he's got the quality, and he knocks it in.
That's his first field goal. Hasn't had to do much.
Scola gets the foul called on Gasol. Well, we might see some points on the board now from Scola.
And the left arm came, reached around, wrapped him around the bodies. You see the Claver, good footwork, little pivot, turnaround jumper. Fans loving it.
Boy, you see Claver out there, you see Ribas, you see Yule. They've all overcome big-time injuries.
Yeah, Yule missed the Eurobasket with a torn ACL.
Those are the kids of Luis Scola. Look at that. And I think the wife on the far left. It's funny seeing him going up there and celebrating the other night, and all of a sudden you saw all these kids pop out with Scola shirts.
First 2 points for Scola, and they come at the free throw line. Still 0-5 from the field.
Yule. Wow. They are a machine-like.
Well, just think about the fact they bring that man off the bench. Any team would be happy to have Sergio Yule as a starting point guard.
Well, yeah, and he's going to help Scola up now. I mean, Yule could easily start. He's got so many starters in his team, he has to bring them off the bench. Willian Gomez Goya comes in. Gasol goes out. So the Hernan Gomez brothers on the court at the same time. This will be a memorable moment for their family, just like we've seen in the past with Los Gasols on the court at the same time.
Yeah, Spain take the meaning of brotherhood to another level.
Scola again gets to the line and makes the first and the second. Don't underestimate this performance by Spain. I mean, Argentina beat Serbia, they beat France in their semifinal to get here. Serbia in the quarterfinals. Yule, Brandon Gomez, and he gets a couple of free throws. Foul called on La Provitola. Rubio looking on. Not having the same impact on tonight's game as he has throughout this tournament, but it hasn't needed to be just him tonight.
Right, I mean, he's still their leading scorer, 11 points, as you see a couple of Chinese celebrities in the building. Yeah, he's got 11 points, you know, 7 rebounds, 3 assists.
20-point lead. All you can do if you're Argentina is keep playing hard. Pass to Scola. Gets blocked by Claver. They just keep coming at him in waves. Spain, their defense has just been impressive. Yule has it knocked out of his hands by La Provitola. La Provitola has it knocked out of his hands, but it goes to deck, and then he gets blocked by Hernan Gomez.
Well, they're blocking shots left and right.
And center.
And what is it called, Jeff?
Height. It's called the Great Wall in China. The Great Wall of Spanish defenders.
So it's a 20-point lead for Spain. Again, they came in as the second best defensive team in the World Cup, allowing just 69 points per game. You see why. It's a struggle.
Watch Hernan Gomez. Oh, they dodged that. See if they can shave some points off this deficit. Give themselves a chance in the fourth quarter. Brasino gets it back to Scola, takes the bump, and that's going to count. That was on the way down. Oh, he's saying it was on the way up. I thought it was on the way down.
Scola can't catch a break here.
Here it is again. Watch this. It was more on the way up, wasn't it?
We'll get another look. Yeah. It's a fair call.
It's a great block and a great call by the Brazilian referee.
Well, Spain already with 6 blocks.
Thank goodness for the free throw line for Scola, because he's struggling to get points otherwise. He's got all 5 at the line. Some full court pressure here. They break it easily. So back to an 18-point deficit now. Spain with Yule. Fernandez drives in. Oh boy, beautiful stuff from Rudy Fernandez.
He came to play here today. Joins Rubio in double digits now at 10.
And now La Provitola draws the foul. And then the Mamma Mia comes from Spain's Italian coach, Sergio Scariolo. Here it is again. Well, he got him a little bit on the right wrist, in fact. And that's looks of frustration there for Argentina as they find it tough to get anything against Spain.
Well, their leading scorer, 10 points for him. And they're going to try to put full court pressure.
So physical, so strong base, strong legs, great shooter. They play Brasino. And Rudy goes in and really takes the punishment. And Scola's going to try to help him up. I tell you, I hope you appreciate Rudy Fernandez. I mean, I don't think he gets enough credit for everything that he has done in his career. He has been there for all the great times. Amazing player.
Yeah, Rudy Fernandez.
Especially for Spain. Look at him.
Scola just making sure that he doesn't get a shot off. Hard fall.
Fernandez has had back injuries that he's dealt with. And of course, his time in the NBA, you know, never shied away from the contact. They loved him in Portland.
Yep, was involved in the All-Star Weekend a few times, both as a dunker and a three-point shooter, just to show you his versatility and athleticism. He's had an incredible career at Real Madrid.
And before that, Badalona. I think Scola might have some blood that he needs to get seen to on his left leg. So it's going to be Campasso that comes back into the game. So the substitutes height and experience with speed. Oh yeah, he's got like a floor burn. He's got his haven't seen too. Vildosa. 19-point lead for Spain. Wow, throws it right into the hands of Rudy. Plenty of time for you-know-who to go to work. Sergio Yul. Gets in the paint, puts it up, and at least Argentina survived that last basket, but it's all Spain right now, folks. Number 2 in the FIBA World Ranking, going for their second world title, and their second since 2006 against a very good Argentina team. Spain right now on top, 66-47.
Well, things just not getting better offensively for Argentina. The percentaging going down to 30. And the rebounding doubled up. Spain 38-19 advantage. Assist almost double, 17-9. I mean, Argentina has 12 turnovers to their 9 assists. Just not going to cut it. Meanwhile, 17 assists, just 10 turnovers for Spain. And again, it's just nobody able to get a rhythm, and a lot of that is because of the Spanish defense. Marc Gasol protecting the rim. Hernan Gomez got a few blocks, and they're just doing everything they can to make it tough on Argentina. A game plan being executed to perfection.
And you know, for so long, people have said, what is going to happen to Spain when their greats move on, their golden generation go? Well, they've lost, obviously, Garbajosa, and even before him, other players. They lost Garbajosa, Juan Carlos Navarro, now no longer part of the program. Pau Gasol, injured, not able to play this year. And what have they done? All they've done is come to the FIBA Basketball World Cup and win every single game that they've played. And they're trying to go unbeaten, just like they did in 2006. So,
and it's also the way that they've won, right? They beat Tunisia by 40. You know, Puerto Rico by double digits. Iran was a close game. They beat them by 8. Italy, relatively close, beat them by 7. Serbia dominate, double digits. Poland, double digits. Australia was obviously the close call, the nail biter, double overtime. But after they won that one, you just might have just felt like it was their time again, you know. And
well, just like they needed that close win over Argentina back in 2006. So it is an amazing country when it comes to basketball, and we're seeing it yet again tonight. Spain on top by 19 points heading to the fourth quarter. Scola, Campazzo, La Provitola, Brusino, and Deck in the game for Argentina. Here's Campazzo. Back to Deck. And he takes it all the way. And Ginobili says, just keep fighting, guys. I'm not sure what Oscar said since he's Brazilian. Maybe fellow South American. He's pulling for them. You never know.
Shot clock winding down.
Yule puts it up from a long way out. And I thought it hit the rim.
No, they're calling a foul on Hernan Gomez.
All right. Okay.
Went over the back of La Provitola.
Scariolo appealing for a foul to have been called as Yule got rid of it there. Okay, yeah, that was a good call, right? Coming over the back. So that is, how many fouls is that? Anyway, and now foul Ribas fouling La Provitola. Goes up to check on him.
2 quick fouls in the first minute for Spain.
These guys go out. You know why the crowds are good in Spain when it comes to watching basketball, don't you? I mean, they have some very good basketball there.
Without question.
Scola spent so many years at Baskonia in Vitoria. The Basque Country here is La Provitola, and the block by Willy Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, he lets them know about it as well. Hernan Gomez really making a difference here defensively.
I hope MJ is watching this. Now, good defense. Pavir able to get it to Rudy Fernandez. And Fernandez fouled by Campazzo.
Yeah, Campazzo has found himself arguing a few calls here tonight. You see the block once again. Hernan Gomez just smacking it off the backboard. That's now the 7th block to go with 9 steals. 3 blocks alone for Hernan Gomez.
Yule dumps it there, Hernan Gomez. Turns, puts it up. Well, you talk about the new generation of Spain. That's going to be part of it right there. Scola steps into a 3-pointer, no. And Brusino picks up foul number 4. Oh no, it's going to be foul in Spain.
Yeah, Brusino might have had just the inside position.
Because the foul was on Juancho Hernan Gomez. It's his 3rd.
See that Bruce? Oh no, Juancho did have the inside track, but he used that right arm to kind of clear out space from Brusino.
There's so much goes on in there. Sometimes hard to figure out who it is. Spain certainly thought the foul was on Argentina. La Provitola and Rudy Fernandez. Even the guards are rebounding well for Spain. Rubio back in.
Well, 4 different players for Spain have 7 rebounds. That tells you alone how much they're dominating the glass.
Argentina in a race against time right now. He stops in points. And Campazzo called for the foul on Rubio. But I've got to be honest. Rubio has not gotten some calls tonight, so he's owed 1 or 2.
Well, that left forearm.
Yep, and he got him.
Rubio selling it extremely well.
Good play by La Provitola, getting it right back. Puts up a 3! They're not going to quit, folks. They're not giving up. La Provitola.
Oh, that's off Rubio's knee.
Great defense. Was it Deck that forced the turnover? Well, La Provitola has been sensational. Look at him chasing the ball and then putting up the 3.
Here's Deck inside.
And now Argentina have cut the deficit to 14.
Well,
still a long way back, but you never know.
Still plenty of time. All we need is 2 points a minute. They're right back in it.
Well, incredibly, La Provitola has a game-high 14 points, and Deck is second with 13 points. Quite 13, isn't it, for him?
Yeah,
anyway, let's listen to Coach Scariolo.
Vamos a tener. Tenemos situaciones para salir de la presión. Tenemos special 5, tenemos special 3, special 5 también. Como la quieren molestar el bote a la mano. ¿Ok? Y ahora, volvemos estáticos a jugar los 5. 5 arriba, 5 lados, 5 abajo. Transi, pase, pase, por. Volvemos a jugar ahí. ¿Ok? El partido es largo todavía. Ayudarse a la hora de subirla contra el que defiende la provincia.
Well, it's a very interesting game when you look at the box score for Spain. You mentioned the fact that La Provitola and Deck leading scorers in the game. But for Spain, Rudy has 11, Ricky has 11, Willy Hernan Gomez go with 9, Gasol with 8, Yul with 8, and Juancho with 8. So you have 6 different guys between 8 and 11 points, just really spreading the wealth. Complete team effort from Spain, but now they have to put the game away. These next few minutes for Argentina, a chance to fight all the way back.
So Rubio going up against Campasso. Scola guarding Gasol. Yul, shot clock down to 2. He's got to launch it. He does get it off. Here comes Campasso now for Argentina. And takes some contact. Was going for the 3-point play, but he'll have to settle for 2 free throws.
That really would have got the Spanish fans nervous if that would have fallen for the and 1. That's 4 fouls now on Juancho Hernan Gomez. And just when you thought the fans were taken out of the game, here comes Argentina.
Look at what he's going up against. Hernan Gomez and Gasol. You can't help but applaud these guys. Just love the effort from both of these teams tonight. 10 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, make it 11 points now. Yul trapped. Can he get rid of it? He does indeed to Rubio. Goes off one leg. Oh boy, that was clutch.
Yeah, Rubio's really good at going left and jumping off 1 foot. See, he works on that shot.
La Provitola. The follow. Is it going to count? Is it a 2? Yes, it is. They say that he touched it.
Well, Deck once again making the hustle plays.
He just passed La Provitola now as the game's leading scorer. $15 points for Deck. Yul explodes to the basket. What a tough move. And Scola's wife, Senora Scola, not happy. 2 fouls on Scola.
Well, you see the elbows making contact with each other. And Oriola loves it.
I'll tell you, Yul is just the ultimate competitor. Fearless. Taking it back to 15 now, the lead. Laprovitola going right at Yul, and he's fouled by Yul with a little bit of a hand check.
One thing though, just the
4
players,
fouls on Yul.
on every whistle, the players seem to just be talking back to the referees. Guys, they're fouling, plain and simple.
Well, Yul comes out, Ribas back in. Ooh. Well, they had to miss eventually. He's now 4 of 5 from the line. 20 of 24 overall for Argentina. Sensational performance from Laprovitola, 15 points.
Yep, the bench scoring, the one thing keeping Argentina in the game. 32 points from the bench.
Hernan Gomez from the left. Ah! Beautiful stroke. That was a dagger, folks. Scola under and finally scores.
That's nearly off Rubio. Another deflection from Campasso. Scola finally his first field goal, 1 of 8.
Look at this.
The scoop underneath Gasol's arm.
Rubio drives in and fouled by Laprovitola. Three fouls on Laprovitola. Rubio really puts pressure on the defense.
I'll be curious to see if Spain can obviously hold on for the victory and the Naismith Trophy.
Boy, it's been so good for Spain. Rubio this World Cup. You know, we knew about him when he was, what, 15?
He made his mark in the European Championships.
But he is at an altogether different type of level now. And a quick pass down low, and Deck is fouled by Hernan Gomez.
That's 5 on him, so Juancho fouls out with 11 points and 5 rebounds.
And Deck, meanwhile, goes to a game-high 17.
Yeah, Deck, another, you know, we talked about Nando De Colo probably being the 6th man of the World Cup. Well, Deck right there behind him. Instant offense off the bench. Different kind of offense.
Well, all he did was kind of turn. He had his hands up, but, you know, the contact is there. Initiated really by Deck. And he completes the three-point play. Back to 14 points now, the deficit. Steal, here comes Deck for the two-handed jam. Here comes Argentina.
Oh, the foul on Laprovitola.
And that is number 4.
That's free throws.
Also, they are over the limit, so Rubio goes to the line.
But how about the fact that Deck and Laprovitola 35 points combined out of the 66. You see the 2 high-flying ones right there. But those 2 have come to play. Can't fault their effort.
Spain are being made to work for the entire 40 minutes to get this win. Their lead has been cut to 12. Now it's back up to 13. They've been in front in this game by as many as 22 points. So you have to salute Argentina for continuing to work and believe. The Rubio's free throws take it back up to a 14-point advantage. Campazzo for 3, that's short. And Rudy Fernandez flies in for the rebound.
8 rebounds now for Rudy.
Rubio bounce pass to Gasol. Scola now brings it up, and the 39-year-old Argentina basketball icon can't get it to go. It'll be Argentina ball. Tremendous effort.
And these were the plays that Scola was making the other night. There you see, just can't quite finish.
Great defense.
Heck, fortunate to not be called for a loose ball foul.
Argentina's players on the bench looking on, hopefully. And now a foul called on Ribas.
His fifth.
So he's out of the game, and Yule comes back in.
Of course, Yule has 4, so Spain definitely being called for the fouls, but it's 25 fouls on Spain. There's 24 fouls been called on Argentina. It's definitely even on that front.
Well, let's just say it's a physical game. There's a lot of contact out there. Timeout. 4:29 remaining. Spain on top, 80-66. Let's go listen in to Coach Hernandez.
Ustedes escúchenme cuando yo hablo. Por más que estén calientes, que quieran salvar el partido heroico, lo único que nos dio puntos, o un ataque rápido claro, o jugar una bola inteligente. Conseguimos full y gol, tiro de 3, no hagamos locuras. Obviamente yo sé, tenemos que buscar posiciones de 7 segundos, lo sé, no locas. Vamos todo el campo, desde el hombre a hombre, no zona, hombre a hombre. Al grande que se queda alto lo toma Gaby, el hambre que se va lo toma Luis. Si van los dos grandes, van los dos nuestros. No defienden al que saca. No defendemos al que saca, pero atrapamos. Si entra por un
So Laprovitola will head to the free throw line once again, looking to add his point total. He's 5 of 6.
But look at Deck. It's all hands on deck.
Indeed.
And he makes the first one. I can't, you know, you could not have asked for a better performance from Laprovitola tonight. He has been utterly sensational for Argentina. $17 points for him. Now they're chasing Rubio. Rudy keeps it away from Campazzo. They know what he's like. They play with him every day in practice in Madrid. And Scola reaches over and fouls Gasol, who now has 2 free throws.
Scola being aggressive, going for the steal. It's obviously desperation time now for Argentina. Gasol with a chance to go into double figures.
And this is the first one.
This is both. Wow. So great foul in the end by Scola. Oh, not believe I almost lost it, but look who's there to save the day.
Deck is. And now Deck gets him down low, whips the pass to Brasino, guarded by Rudy. Over to Scola for 3.
Oh, Campazzo.
Now Rubio has it on the wing. And Spain happy to take a few seconds off the clock here.
Scola now 0 of 5 from 3, and he just wasn't missing any of those in the quarters and semis.
Good defense, Brasino, but late in the shot clock called for his 5th foul. That fast start by Spain has made them extremely hard to reel in tonight. It was really imperative for Spain to have that start, I think, because if you allow Argentina to have it, to build that confidence, that's when they become even more dangerous. But Spain got on top, and they have been excellent. Even with the runs from Argentina, Spain getting some execution. And here's Gasol showing, yes, indeed, he can shoot free throws after those rare misses.
Now the fifth Spanish player in double figures. Keep talking about their offensive balance.
Campasso. And obviously the presence of Gasol affected the shot. Rubio cleverly gets it over to Rudy. He's been brilliant tonight.
He's been coaching a double-double. Doesn't often get those for Spain, but chance here tonight.
And Yule drives in and banks it in, and Spain now lead by 16. Deck goes baseline. Boy, his stock clearly rising. Invest now, I would advise you. Before it goes out of sight. Here is Gasol. Now he has 4 fouls.
A lot of reaching in this game, and the referees calling most of them.
Celebrations already underway amongst the Spanish fans. They are within touching distance, they believe, of a second world title. Great sporting nation, really, in basketball. I mean, it doesn't matter, really. They got so many good teams and so many different sports. Great individual athletes, but this Spain team is right there at the top.
Well, thanks to guys like Gasol, can't talk enough about his semifinal performance. 33 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists in that one. Here, once again, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and a couple blocks. There's another one.
Gets inside, and now the foul called on Scola, who just hasn't been able to make the desired impact tonight. And
you see the block again by Gasol. Scola coming over the back. So they'll just walk it down. 2 more free throws for Gasol. That's his 8th ones in the 4th quarter.
Scola experienced that disappointment back in 2002 when they really believed they were going to win that title, but lost in overtime to Yugoslavia in Indianapolis. And here he is 17 years later, and really it looks inevitable here as Spain just they've bent a little bit, but they haven't broken. And now Gasol pushing the lead back up to 17 and now 18 points.
Well, Spain has led since the opening tip. Argentina hasn't been able to get back into the game as Deck, nope.
Campasso hoping that he might get a foul called as he attempted the putback. Cafaro is going to come into the game, I guess, for Scola, and there should be a lot of applause for Scola as he exits the court. Bradivo also is going to come in. Here is Yule driving down the lane. And Spain, well, the fiesta has started. Bounce pass, oh, look at that. Threw it right between the legs again. Through Claver this time, he nutmegged it. So Cafaro will indeed come in for Scola. And Redivo comes in for Campazzo. And there's going to be a lot of cheers for both of those guys as they exit the court.
Well, standing ovations around the gym from the likes of Ginobili, Kobe Bryant, Chris Bosh, for both Scola and Campazzo. And that just shows you the respect that those two players have garnered, not just in this World Cup, but
around the world.
Yep.
Rubio for three. That's good. And he turns around and he can feel it.
That's what they call the dagger.
Cafaro catches it before it goes out of bounds. Rubio, you know, Rubio has gotten silver medals at Olympics. He's gotten gold. You know, he's finished the top of the podium at Eurobaskets. But this is going to be his greatest achievement, really. A World Cup win, the Naismith Trophy. Now we're seeing Javier Beirán, Kino Colom, and Xavi Rabaseda come in. Vital contributors in the European qualifiers campaign, along with Willier Gomez and Pierre Oriola. And Vildoza's pass goes off of La Provitola and out of bounds. You go back and you look at how Spain approached this whole process right before the November qualifiers in 2017. Of course, before Eurobasket 2017, they announced two squads. They announced the Eurobasket squad, and they also announced the squad that was going to play in the European qualifiers. They went into the European qualifiers. They had a tough group with Montenegro, with Slovenia, with Belarus.
Latvia, I believe.
And then they played Latvia in the next round. And, you know, they just had a plan from the very beginning how they wanted to approach this. That was the key. They had a plan, even with a lot of these frontline guys not there. And they came out and they won a lot of games. And it's culminating here with this incredible moment, the second world title for the country. And it has been decisive, although Argentina has certainly given them a fight. Victor Claver there and Walter Gomez celebrating, and you can only be happy for those players in Spain. Kino Colom. Kino Colom, #1, really probably the big star in their European qualifiers campaign. Turns it over. Yeah, you're up. 21-year-old has it. No-look pass to Gaisi, and now Cafaro. Redivo comes out and hits the three. Well, that's what he did during the Americas qualifiers. He's a big-time scorer in Spain as well, Redivo.
Staying out of bounds.
And Rudy Fernandez, like Marc Gasol, you know, back in 2006, really was probably remembered for being on the other end of those alley-oop passes from Sergio Rodriguez. Tonight, he has been the all-round battler for Spain. Look at these guys coming off the bench. Just so much quality in that Spanish national team setup. It's no surprise they're #2 in the FIBA World Ranking, presented by Nike.
Exactly. And Hernan Gomez, now #6. 6 players for Spain in this final, stepping up 10+ points.
Javier Beirán. Great to see him get some minutes. Spanish basketball, folks. Whether you like it or not, they are back on top of the basketball world tonight. Sergio Hernandez congratulates Sergio Scariolo. And both teams congratulate each other. It's been a magnificent World Cup. There's no doubt these were the two teams that really distinguished themselves as the best, and Spain just had too much tonight. They had the great start. They've come out and they have proven once again they are indeed the best. They've beaten everybody in front of them. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do, and when you beat a team like Argentina that gave trouble to everyone they faced, Spain 20-point victory, dominating fashion, start to finish. What a game from the Spaniards. And the coaches, obviously celebratory mode, understandably so here in Beijing. And it's been a phenomenal World Cup.
I mean, how good is Spanish basketball? Well, remember, they're women. They hosted the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. They finished third. They won the FIBA Women's Eurobasket this summer in Belgrade, beating Serbia in the semifinals. I mean, it has been just another exhibition of Spanish basketball. They do things the right way there. And Argentina have got nothing to hang their heads about. They came out and gave this World Cup a real thrill.
Yeah, these fans were such a thrill to see in action as well. Provided such energy in the venues. But once again, man, Spain, world champions. Vamos España.
It is indeed. Los Chicos de Oro. They did it in 2006. They've done it again in 2019.
And you see the stats. Spain doing it on all facets of the game. But it's really about the rebounding for me. Plus 20 on the boards, 47 to 27. Argentina just no match inside. Also, you see the points in the paint. And despite Argentina getting 11 steals in this one and a lot of points off turnovers, it wasn't quite enough, not even close to enough to defeat the Spaniards. Ricky Rubio, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Another great game for him, potential MVP candidate, alongside Marc Gasol, who finishes with 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists, 3 blocks for him. What a show. Sergio Llull cutting down the nets.
Well, Josh, 32 teams, you know, and let's don't forget about Spain in 2014, the weight of expectations on them to get to the final as the hosts. They got to Madrid, and they suffered the most painful of defeats to France. This is the ultimate hit back, isn't it? Deck, 24 points. Rubio, 20. La Provitola, 17 points. Llull, 15. Campazzo, you know, I mean, it was a team effort for Spain. They really spread it around. You just have to salute, I think, especially the defense tonight. It was terrific, and it really kind of set the tone. They played at their tempo. They played fast. They played, and they were ready to go from the off. And you probably have to say that Serbia and France were kind of cold-cocked right at the very beginning when they took on Argentina. Tonight, Spain were ready.
Definitely. I mean, 95 points just speaks volumes in itself. And, you know, you feel for Luis Scola. 1 of 10 from the field, 8 points for him. Obviously not the way that he wanted to go out here in China. But can't talk enough about the guys like Rudy Fernandez, you know, 34 years of age. He's been here so many times. Will he have the motivation? Absolutely. 11 points, 10 rebounds for him. You know, Sergio Llull, Mr. Consistency, 15 points. Team effort, absolutely, for Spain. And if I'm Coach Scariolo, I couldn't be any more proud of my guys.
Scariolo, remember, 2009 was his first tournament with the team. They won it in Poland, but only after some incredible drama. And then in 2010, they went out in the quarterfinals of the World Cup to Serbia. Milos Teodosic three-pointer. 2011, they returned to the top of the podium at the FIBA Eurobasket in Lithuania. In 2012, they finished runners-up to the United States in one heck of a game in London at the Olympics. In 2013, after Scariolo was gone, Spain and no Pau Gasol, Spain still got to the podium. They lost a tough game in Slovenia, the semifinals to France, but battled back to win the third place game. 2014, of course, they were knocked out by France in the quarterfinals. 2015, I guess they were kind of the surprise winners of the Eurobasket, led by Pau Gasol and Rudy with Drift and Llull. 2016, they went to the Rio Olympics, finished third, gave the USA one of their hardest games. 2017, they got third place. I mean, they're always
in the running.
They are.
Yep. And
I mean, you know, when can you say they weren't in the running?
Yeah. And we talked about it earlier, you know, in terms of the legacies. You know, these guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever. I mean, Rubio Again, he's still young. That's the crazy part about it, but he's had so much success. You know, the Marc Gasol, Paul Gasol, those two brothers. You know, think about the trophy case at the Gasol house.
Well, they have a house. They don't have a trophy case. They have a house for trophies, and then they have a house where they live, basically.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, obviously, Paul, I'm sure he wishes he could have been here, but could you be any more proud of your little brother who wins an NBA championship in June with Toronto as the hugs keep going around, and then comes back just a couple months later and wins the World Cup and the Naismith Trophy.
Rubio, obviously his mother passed away, you know, I think it was a few years ago. He's had, you know, had a tough time. Been very, you know, he's had his critics in the NBA, but I mean, you simply can't criticize his performance at this World Cup.
No question.
I mean, he's probably in the running for the MVP.
Yeah, it's between him and Gasol, but you know, we'll get started with the closing ceremony in a few moments. You'll see a lot of familiar faces. We'll present the players of the games, the All-Star 5 and the MVPs, and hand out the medals and, of course, the trophy.
So we've gone from having the best view in the house to we can't see anything because of all these photographers. Is it going to be you or me that goes down and tells them to kneel down? Here, Oriola, Gasol, Spain waiting to come out. What must it be like for Marc Gasol to win an NBA title and now this? There's Kobe Bryant, the two-time Olympic champion. FIBA Basketball World Cup global ambassador. He is going to be one of the presenters for the TCL Player of the Game, along with Lee Dong-shin and Wei Ju, the TCL Vice President, Lee Dong-shin, the TCL Chairman.
And obviously, they've been handing out the TCL Players of the Game after every game, but none matters more than this one.
From Spain, number 9, Ricky Rubio.
So Ricky Rubio, well, richly deserved. Just kind of illustrates what we're talking about. He hasn't put a foot wrong. How many people can say that they've been the player of the game in the final of a FIBA Basketball World Cup?
Congratulations to Ricky Rubio. Thank you to TCL and Kobe Bryant.
Rubio just kind of a sweetener. Obviously, it's winning the Naismith Trophy, which is the best honor of all. We're also going to have the All-Star 5 be presented tonight. It'll be Turgay Demirel, who is the FIBA Vice President.
The awards will be presented by FIBA Vice President.
These All-Star 5 selections are almost impossible. I know they take votes, but here's Turgay Demirel, former Turkish Basketball Federation president.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Well, we'll see who the All-Star 5 are, and then I'll reveal who my votes were. See how many I got right.
Well, don't ask me to reveal mine.
I'm hoping maybe one.
So the All-Star 5, we're going to start seeing who they are. Bogdan Bogdanovic, well, no surprise there.
Well, one of one so far.
I knew when I saw you vote for him that he was going to make it, because I know that your vote counts twice as much as everybody else's.
Well, he finishes the tournament with the most points overall at 183 and 22.9 points per game for Bogdan Bogdanovic. A phenomenal tournament for him, especially shooting the ball. I mean, he was 35 for 66 from 3, 53%.
Evan Fournier as well. Who can ever forget the performance that he put in against the United States?
Don't even say it. Oh, you have to say it. Yeah, Fournier finishes the tournament 19.8 points per game and a bronze medal, leading France to third place.
Dressing for comfort tonight.
From Spain,
Ricky Rubio, yet again, making the All-Star 5.
So that means we will indeed have 3 guards on the All-Star 5. Even though you can only vote for 2, but I guess in terms of number of players.
Well, that made sense. Could have very easily had Pat Mills out there.
Yep, Patty Mills probably the one guy who got gypped. Not because of his performance.
Now Spain, Marc Gasol makes it, no surprise as well. I guess also Campasso isn't going to make it, which is pretty brutal. He was pretty tough. And, but nevertheless, you just have too many, don't you? We need to have the second team. Marc Gasol.
The All-Star 6, the All-Star 10.
There you go. I vote for that. And Luis Scola, despite his tough night tonight.
Listen to the ovation.
Probably the biggest ovation of all for Luis Scola, the 39-year-old appearing in his 5th FIBA Basketball World Cup. Utterly sensational and being applauded by everybody.
Well, that's not a bad starting 5. Rubio at the 1, Bogdanovic at the 2, Fournier at the 3. Scola at the 4 and Gasol at the 5.
You know, you look at guys like Scola and you say, here's a guy that needs to stay involved in basketball for the rest of his life. But when I look at Luis Scola, I think of even bigger things. You get my drift? I mean,
no political statements.
Well, you know, he is going to make an impact in so many different ways. In so many, you know, it's just such an inspiration to see him not only in the Argentina shirt, but even off the court.
François Thibault, the TISO president.
He's going to present the MVP award. So I'm pretty confident that the MVP is going to come out of one of the members of the All-Star 5.
And I can be more confident in his Spanish player.
One never knows. Ricky Rubio has been named MVP. Wow. Exclamation mark on an utterly sensational tournament for him.
Ricky Rubio has been Spain's leading scorer throughout the tournament and deservingly earns the MVP, finishes over 16 points per game, over 6 assists per game.
And thank you very much, Mr. Thibault.
So now we're going to see the presentation of the runner-up, the silver medals. Li Yingchuan, Zhang Jiangdong, new FIBA president Haman Yang, and
it is now time to present
FIBA vice president, FIBA president-elect Haman Yang, there he is, as well as Horacio Moratori, the FIBA president. So Argentina getting ready to come out and collect their medals. Always an odd thing to see the bronze medal winners happier than the silver medal winners.
Li Yingchuan, standing executive president of the LOC, vice mayor of Beijing, John Jiandong.
Well, this tournament's come a long way, I think, since the last time that Scola reached the podium back in 2002. You got twice as many teams, right? It's the World Cup has been played in 8 different cities here in China. And I think probably the overall production that we've watched on TV, and I mean all the arenas,
whether it's the instant replay system and us, being able to listen to the referees, whether it's the augmented reality or the virtual reality.
Ladies and gentlemen, runners-up of the
This is fun to watch at home. I haven't had a chance to watch this in action.
Have you been virtual reality? Have you been there actually, or are you like Rift? Have I been talking to myself this whole time? I didn't realize it. There's Horacio Moratori, so the FIBA president from Argentina, and Luis Scola comes back out, the captain, to lead Argentina. Agustin Cafaro Luca Vildoza, Facundo Campazzo,
Number 3, Luca Vildoza.
Nicolas Laprovitola,
Number 8,
Nicolas Brasino, who we didn't talk about Brasino overcoming a serious heart condition in his life. I mean, he's quite a story as well.
Number 10,
Ferreira.
Young man with a bright future right there.
Marcos Delia. Gabriel Deck. You'll hear some applause tonight for how he played.
Number 14, Gabriel Deck.
I think as the days go on, they will be able to enjoy this runners-up finish more. Right now, obviously, the wounds are still open.
Yeah, it's tough to end on a loss, but again, they're the second best team in the world. That's not a bad accomplishment.
Patricio Garino played at college basketball in America, George Washington, obviously in Spain, Gaisi, back up, and here's Sergio Hernandez. Hugs his compatriot, Moratori, and the FIBA president-elect Yang. Also exchanges greetings with Li Yingchuan and Zhang Jiangdong.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your silver medalists, Argentina.
Well, they gave us a good show, Argentina. You're really so happy for them to get to the podium because they were utterly sensational.
Yeah, they surprised a lot of people getting to this championship game. Just ran out of gas at the end.
They play a style of game, really, that it kind of it makes you feel like you're one of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, all inclusive.
You fall in love with them. You really do.
You really do. It's kind of reminiscent of Slovenia back in 2017, the Eurobasket, kind of, you know, not supposed to be there, never been there. Obviously, Argentina has been there, but.
And I guess the long faces, it's difficult to accept defeat. So.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but they will in time. Now we're going to see Spain honored. It'll be Go Zhongwen, Chen Jining, and Andreas Zaklis, as well as Thomas Bach. So Zaklis, the FIBA Secretary General. Thomas Bach, everybody knows, the IOC President. Chen Jining, the local organizing committee president, mayor of Beijing, and of course Zhongwen is the LOC president, the minister of the General Administration of Sport of China. So Rubio, Victor Claver, my fellow Valencian, Pau Ribas used to live in Valencia as well when he played for the club. There's Zaklis, who again was, I guess, taken over and really done a good job following the unexpected passing of Patrick Bowman, former FIBA Secretary General, who obviously had a lot to do with this World Cup that we've just been a part of, and the setup and a lot of the inspiration. There's Thomas Bach. But they played like a champion tonight, folks. I mean, they came out, they had to be ruthless. And even as they were ruthless, they really faced a tough Argentina. Argentina just simply would not go away until the very end. There's Rudy Fernandez, a true, I think, you know, when it's all said and done, he will be viewed as a legend. I mean, he has been terrific for Spain. All over, high energy. Kino Colom, you're really happy for him. He was arguably the biggest star for Spain during the European qualifiers, so they were able to play at the World Cup. His star has risen because of that. Pau Ribas. You just saw Marc Gasol. You know what he means to this team. He and Rudy, the two-time winners of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Ricky Rubio.
Number 10,
Victor Claver, who I don't think gets enough credit for what he does. He is very workmanlike. He can fly. He does what the coach wants. And he is a tough-as-nails competitor.
Number 14,
Marc Gasol, obviously a premier player. I mean, he taking nothing away from Rubio, but you know, that MVP award maybe could have been a joint MVP award in the end because he was that good. Here, Oriola, William and Gomez-Goya, we saw him come up. Xavier Abaceda, again, another big-time contributor in the European qualifiers. Sergio Yul, or Yui, Javier Bayron, and Juancho Gomez.
Number 41,
bringing up the rear. Last but certainly not least, it's interesting to watch him in the NBA this year, how much confidence he gets. And last but not least, Sergio Scariolo. Well, he described his first Spanish team as a Porsche, or no, it was a Ferrari, wasn't it? And he thanked the FIBA for giving him the keys to the Ferrari. Now, wonder what he's going to describe this Spanish team as.
Bit of a monster truck, unstoppable.
There's Jorge Garbajosa, who played on the 2006 team and is now the Spanish Basketball Federation president. It's been a good year for him, hasn't it? Watching all this success for Spain, the women winning the FIBA Women's Eurobasket, and now Spain winning the second world title. Now playing of the national anthem of Spain.
The moment has come for the Naismith Trophy to be presented.
Now the sweetest moment of all for Spain, the Naismith Trophy.
Hostesses from our global airline partner, escorting the trophy to the stage.
The Airflot stewardesses are the official partner of FIBA. They are going to come out and present it.
For joining this ceremony this evening.
The Naismith Trophy. And they will hand it to El Capitan, Rudy Fernandez.
同时，也要感谢俄罗斯航空副总裁安德烈·帕诺夫出席今晚的颁奖仪式。
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the trophy of the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 to Spain, please welcome FIBA
So FIBA President Horacio Moratori from Argentina will present the trophy. To Rudy Fernandez. Well, that trophy's been around, hasn't it? They went on the big trophy tour around the world, stopped in a lot of the countries that were here at the World Cup. Something tells me these guys aren't going to get any sleep tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, our world champions, Spain!
Okay, let the confetti go, folks. It's a picture that we've seen before. Spain lifting
What
a trophy.
What a feeling. What a feeling.
In the confetti. It is unbelievable. They will be at the Olympics. They finished first at the World Cup. Nothing could be finer. Now comes the numerous photo opportunities for Spain. And I don't think we're going to see any frowns there. I think it's going to be all smiles.
I mean, even the confetti looks great. In Spain, your FIBA World Cup 2019 champions. El campeones, champion. No.
I was told not to sing because my voice isn't quite as good.
No, we're equally
challenged in that area. So, a long time in the making, this fabulous FIBA Basketball World Cup, and it all culminates here tonight with a magnificent experience. What a joy it has been to watch, and hard to believe that so much time has passed since Spain won the last one in Saitama when they beat Greece in that final. And of course, before in the semifinal that year, they overcame Argentina. But here they are again, and Marc Gasol, 13 years older, one of the best players already in the world before he came here. Ricky Rubio as well. All these guys have experienced a moment, a tournament, a summer they will never forget, and certainly something they would never regret. They love every minute. But Marc Gasol talked about in the press conference about how, as a youngster, he waited for the letter to come from the FIBA inviting him to camp to go play for Spain. And it is one of those national team programs where it is the ultimate honor for these kids to get the call.
Yeah, it matters so much, and that's why you can see they'll do anything they can on and off the court, even leading up to the summer, to just experience this moment right here. It's you know, it's one thing to be an NBA champion, it's one thing to be a European champion, it's a whole other thing to be a world champion.
Rudy Fernandez posing. So that's 2 for him. Incredible. He was but a boy the last time, now a man. And you wonder, 4 years from now, could we see him? Could we see Marc Gasol again? Pretty good bet. Sergio Scariolo might still be involved. You never know. It's so special to experience. You'd want to come back for more, certainly. So here we go, the road to Tokyo. Nigeria, Argentina, USA, Iran, Spain, France, Australia, Japan, as the host nation, all have their places secure. Of course, each of those countries, or continents rather, had a direct spot qualifying because of their finish here as the highest ranked team from their region. Or Spain and the Americas, excuse me, Europe and the Americas had 2 teams each. So Pierre Oriola will be hoping that he's on the plane to the Olympics. And then, of course, we'll have all those teams that'll be going to FIBA Olympic qualifying tournaments. There'll be 4 of those with 6 teams each. And that's going to be a lot of fun covering the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournaments, both with the men and the women.
Well, we leave you with a few more of the lasting highlights from this FIBA World Cup final. Where Spain, I'm sure they'll be able to watch these anytime they're feeling a little bit down. Remind them the great performance that they had. And that's twice now that they've just dominated gold medal games for first place finishes. I mean,
yeah, this one wasn't quite as dominant as 2006, but it was nevertheless, that once they got on top, they were on top.
Right, led start to finish.
And against a team of this caliber, this talent, you know, it's don't think you want to fall behind. It's great to see Rubio take his game to a different level, really, and to have that confirmed with the world, you know, the MVP trophy. So we're looking at some of the highlights of the game. Again, this final, and I don't know if there's any one enduring moment. I guess there are plenty, but in terms of game-changing moments.
Yeah, I mean, Argentina made their run. You know, they had that 6-0 little spurt with a couple of 3-pointers. You thought maybe the magic would start coming back, and it just never quite materialized. And you can see what it means to Juancho Hernangomez, despite fouling out. You know, able to kind of be a contributor in this final game. And Spain finishes with the gold, Argentina the silver, France the bronze, Australia in 4th, Serbia 5th, Czech Republic a surprising 6th, USA a disappointing 7th, and Poland in 8th. You know, that's kind of the final 8 that we saw here.
There's going to be a lot of interesting debriefs taking place, but I tell you what, when they have the debrief in Spain, in Madrid, after this, at the Spanish Federation, they're going to be like, guys, let's look back at what we did and what we accomplished. I'm not sure we could have done anything differently. We covered all the bases. We crossed the T's, we dotted the I's, and it all added up to a second world title. They have given the blueprint on what it takes to be successful yet again in the toughest tournament in the world. First, to get there, and then secondly, to go on a title run. Spanish basketball, I wonder how close, how many rankings points they're going to get for this in terms of climbing in the FIBA World Rankings. I would expect
closing the gap on the USA.
Closing the gap, and really a lot, you know, a lot of questions about where the USA are right now, how important it is for some of their players, you know, who are going to show up. But anyway, it's been our pleasure bringing it to you. For Josh Davis, I'm Jeff Taylor. Another World Cup is in the books. Thanks for watching, everybody.
All right, thank you, everyone. Good night.
Sorry. I'm trying to find. Coach, we are live in the air. Please.
Okay, let me tell him if it's okay because these are rules, blah, blah, blah. I told you, I am an employee, I'm not the boss.
No.
Coach. Thank you. Κάτσε στον αέρα, έχω το σκαριόλο. Wait. Έλα, βγάλε με στον αέρα. Coach, congratulations. Amazing performance in the final.
Thank you. I think it has been awesome during the whole championship. We beat great teams. We managed to be at the peak of our shape and our mental, tactical, basketball condition the right time. And we faced a very, very strong team in the finals. I think this gives even more value to our win. Argentina has been an unbelievable competitor. They have, from the first to the last one, all my respect. And what can I say? Congrats to my players because they really wanted this. They worked so hard to get it. And now it's time to celebrate it, to enjoy it.
You are the best team after all, by far.
No question. The team who wins is the best team. Then probably, of course, talent-wise, we are not the best team. Name-wise, we are not the best team. But basketball is a beautiful game because what is on the paper must be confirmed on the floor. And if you are able to overachieve like we did during this championship, that should be, that's the best joy when you really unexpectedly get something huge like a World Cup.
It's a fairy tale for you. You and your players, you are collectors of medals.
We can only get worse.
And what about the next day? Can you think something after all these achievements? You are overachievers.
I want to thank my family for standing my absence so many days, so many weeks. The Raptors to allowing me keep
dreaming here, the title in the NBA,